I know everyone's felt this way before, where they see someone in the same place as you, same age as you, and they're doing so much better, they're so much more successful. And I know it can feel so overwhelming and just you feel like shit basically. But I'm telling you right now, think, reframe your mindset and think of everything in terms of skills and think of everything. And if you break it down, everything is so simple. And today, just what I'll be talking about if you break down the big goal you have for yourself, break it down into little skills, you will see how simple everything is, and it'll just make it a lot easier, make your life a lot easier. And the first step to this is just realizing what you actually want. And I heard this quote one time, which was about, once you know what you want, you're 90% there. And it's so true when you think about it, because a lot of people don't know what they want. So be specific with your goals and write your goals down. Be specific with your goals and write down the steps it actually takes to reach there. Write down the skills you need to learn. Write down what it actually takes, like the actual action, the verb, which you need to do to actually build the skill and reach the goal. Because a lot of people have these like vague goals, like out in the distance, where they want to start a business, they want to earn this amount of money, they want to, could be to do with anything, could be to do with the gym, could be to do with their social life, could be to do with they just want more money, whatever. It's so easy to write down, oh yeah, I want to be a millionaire, I want to earn more money. Be specific with your goals and actually write down what it actually takes and what you actually have to do every single day, and break it down by the actual actions you do to reach these goals. And it's just so much more simple, so much less daunting. Everyone has those days where they're thinking like, oh my god, this person's reached that, and you just feel like terrible because you feel so far behind, and you feel like you link it with your identity and everything, and it's just terrible. And so I'm just telling you right now, take time and take it slow, and just realize, just knowing your goal and just knowing the path and the steps it takes to get there is literally 90% of the work, and the 10% is actually doing those things. And another important part which people miss and people don't realize is that your goals can change. They don't have to they don't have to stay the same all the time. And that's a huge part of what people miss, what most people miss. People say they want to do this to earn money, or they want to do this to be bigger at the gym or whatever. Your goals can change, your goals are adaptive, and that's the bottom line. Realizing your goals can change, and you can set off on one thing and change your mind halfway through. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, that's just life, and that's just how things work, that's just how your human brain is. You can change your goals, don't feel like you're stuck to one thing, you can change them. And a really good example I use when I try and explain this to people is, what is confidence? When you think of confidence as something someone has, a skill someone has, whether personality trait, whether, when you break it down, it's just skills. It's just how you speak, it's your body language, it's what you talk about, it's how you present yourself. And that's the same with every other single goal in the distance, which you see, which is like, and if you just break it down, it's literally just skills and just actions and just habits you can train every single day. And reframing your mind about this, and reframing your goals, and reframing how you think about what habits to do and what actions to do is just so beneficial, will make you reach your goals rather than having something vague in a distance. So honestly, just doing the things I said, just doing the things about, be specific with your goals and just learning what they are, and just learning the actions and writing down the habits you need to start to actually reach those goals is the most beneficial thing you can do for these goals, rather than just having a thing out there in the distance where you don't know how to get to and which you don't know what you actually want. And realizing you can change this as well all the time. It's just such a big mindset shift, which will just change your life, honestly. And a great example in the gym is, like, you want to reach a certain weight, you want to lose weight, gain weight, whatever. Let's say that's your goal. Write down, what do you need to do for it? You need to, if you want to lose weight, you need to be in calorie deficit, whether what you're eating, what exercise you're doing, how often you're working out, that kind of thing. And just tracking this. And I know it's so obvious to most people, it's just so obvious to everyone, but just hearing this and like actually internalizing it and realizing it and writing it down, whether tracking it. I feel like most people live their lives where they know vaguely what they want and they know vaguely what to do, but they don't actually, they just don't write it down, they don't track it, and it's just so much harder to stick to habit that way. And that's probably one of the reasons one of the reasons why you haven't reached where you actually want to be in life. And I just think that's down to just being more organized and just tracking it, and that's all it is, because you're not missing anything else really. So just realizing this and realizing your goals can change, like I said, it's just so beneficial. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something today, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.